What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Transcending the Culture. I am one third of your host. I am James. I got Tiff, and I got Kwueen here with me. What's up, ladies?
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
See, that's that spirit we need, Tiff. What's going on? What's going on? What's gonna happen, y'all?
Everybody silent today.
Got a little delay over there.
What's been going on?
I know.
What's happening?
Let me figure it out.
What's up, pretty lady?
Oh, she got a delay. See, I'm on my computer because my phone doesn't have a background. My phone don't have the background. James, you have to send me those background things.
You said which background?
Well, in the meantime, we want to say hello. Hi, Deborah Gray. She's from my church right here.
Hello, Miss
my
Deborah.
church, St. John CME church.
Well, Kat should
She's our first time transcender. Congratulations.
Yeah, Kat should be popping back
Deborah.
in. I just want to go ahead and welcome everybody to the show. We got a whole lot in store for you guys today. We actually have two amazing guests today. So things are definitely going to be moving quick, but definitely really, really good guys who are going to be here on the show. The first guest that we're going to have on, I've actually worked with him quite a bit, just in different things here in the city of Garfield Heights, but really, really good guy. He's got a new project out that we're going to be talking about, and I think it's something that a lot of people are really going to dig. When you think of R&B and soul music, like, it's definitely on point. When you think about the things that have been missing from music that we always say that we miss from different artists and whatnot, you're going to get a lot of that with his new project. So we'll be talking about that. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in so far. I can see the numbers are going up. I see the people coming into the room, so we appreciate you guys. Kwueen should be popping back in any second. Just a couple technical difficulties, but working through that. Here she is right now. Let's see how this is working. Kat.
Is that any better?
Oh, shit. Okay, you good. I swear we're going to have you fix everything, because what you do?
I don't know, because it's still glitching for me, so I don't know.
She like, I don't know.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But really, really good show.
It's going to be one of them days. It's going to be one of them days, y'all.
Yeah, I know. Our second guest, actually a friend to the network, a friend to the show, Donny Brooks. He was on a few months back. So he is back, and he's going to be talking about some new things that he has going on. So great show in store. Kwueen has all the updates on the latest trending topics. We got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. A couple of, unfortunately, a couple of deaths out there in the entertainment industry. So we're going to talk about that as well. But definitely a lot happening.
Yes.
So we
back out again.
Say what?
I said she done popped back out again.
So yeah, so we'll get to all of that stuff. We actually are going to move into our first guest because, of course, we're a couple minutes late popping in here. So our first guest, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. I have not known him for being on the music scene, but we got to talking and he sent me this project, and when I listened to it, it was just like, wow, this is really, really dope. Immediately, I said that we should have him here on the podcast, and I think that there's a lot that you guys are going to be able to gain and take away from hearing his story, hearing about this project, and just learning more about it all together. So let's see, Kat is back down there. You good?
I hope so.
To us, you're good. Are you good to you? You still glitching on your end?
Little bit. So we'll roll with it.
Okay, I think for the most part we do. But we're gonna go.
Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is good.
We can hear you.
Yeah, sound is good. Quality is good. Everything seems good for right now. So we'll go ahead and move into our first guest. So again, this fella, I think he's really, really dope out here on the music scene. To me, it's all brand new. I didn't realize that he was into music, but listening to this project, he definitely knows what he's doing. He told me he's not a singer, but I think he really is a singer. But once you guys download this project, then you can kind of make that determination for yourselves. It is available on all streaming platforms. So we'll get into all of the details of the album and the project. If you guys will help me to welcome Armani Mills onto the show. Sir. So listen, I know we started off, well, first of all, you met Tiffany. This is Kwueen, who is down on the bottom on the right side.
How you doing?
This is Armani Mills. Has a new project out there right now. R&B and soul, man. Amazing project. First and foremost, introduce yourself to everybody and let them know kind of a little bit about what you got going.
I appreciate it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So my name again is Armani Mills, and I wanted to create a platform of a sound that I grew up with, and so I pulled together something that I wrote songs during the course of time, some of my experiences, relationships, growth, variety of different things, and I put it all together on this project. And I use technology with not just me, but just to write everything in technology to bring it up to full speed. And I wanted to make it where it wasn't no knock on what music is like now, but I wanted it where the words meant something. When you listen to it, it walks you through all sorts of different relationships that you may experience. I have something that was on there that talks about my mother who passed, and she used to tell me, "I got your back." So the song is called "I Got Your Back." I have a wedding song on there, and I believe I just have a couple of things on there that may catch some people off guard. That they're going to at first say, "Oh, this is another song," and then they're going to listen to it and find out that it's a little better than they thought. And so I'm excited about it.
Now, I think it's, like I told you in the very beginning before we even went live, like for me, it definitely takes me back to kind of like I don't want to necessarily say the old school, but it definitely takes me back to a lot of the things that I feel like have been missing from music. So to me, it's like a breath of fresh air because I feel like I haven't really heard this in a long time. Everybody's just kind of on that one thing. And all music to me, or a lot of R&B music, it really sounds the same. So many people are really focused on, obviously sales and numbers and clicks and all of that stuff. So I don't think people necessarily really put their all into music. So this is like, it's fresh to me. Like I pulled up the project and I'm like 20 songs and I like just about everything on there, like from the opening. So like, opening with "I Prepared for You." "Shelter," that's one of my favorite ones. I think that's like number 7 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's number 6. "I'll Be Your Shelter."
I'll Be Your Shelter.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's a really amazing album. And I feel like it's kind of for the grown and sexy. Like, was that kind of, I guess, what you were aiming for when you put this project together? Or did you feel like you were reaching for a particular audience?
To be honest with you, I was looking for, I'm a little seasoned. I know I have some premature gray going on here a little bit, and so the music that I like, the music I enjoy, the music I listen to, again, has to speak to me, and that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted things to kind of take me places mentally. It wouldn't be just because I wrote it didn't mean that it is just my story. I wanted to share in other people's stories, so that was the goal. And yeah, it was more sit down and chill, kind of vibe, kind of relax. Like I said, it has a lot to do with love, relationship, and growth. And so, yeah, that was my direction. I really didn't want to follow, although I have some on there called Mental Boot Camp, which has a whole different vibe to it.
Yeah.
And that you have some things, and there's an Afro beats vibes in there as well. So, chocolate coffee lover,
Yeah,
has a kind of.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some artists who are out there today, like you kind of so you have like Lucky Days, and you have the October Londons, and I mean you have like a handful of artists out there who really get it. But aside from like that handful, it's nobody that's really bringing like that versatility or like that level of versatility to music. So I think you definitely have something powerful on your hands. Aside from obviously what you were aiming to put out there, what do you feel like was your ultimate goal with this project, just in terms of what you feel like you want to do moving forward in the future?
I'm glad you asked. So the main thing for me was everything had an agenda to it. The title Solo MVP Lifestyle Presents is the whole solo MVP, as I was saying before. Solo is you being the most valuable person to you before you are to anyone else. And I wanted to pull where self-love, self confidence, relevance. And so there's going to be chapters. That was the first edition, and I want to carry it out. Cafe Beats, the reason behind that is because I'm going to carry that into a location where I want old school, like that whole Barnes and Noble where people get together and pure singers get together and circle around. So that whole Cafe Beats is going to be a coffee kind of nightclub kind of thing that moves around with the kind of music that I have on it.
Yeah.
So to promote that vision, I use that as one of the things. And then the next one is Spiritual Cafe, which will be coming out in end of September. And Spiritual Cafe will have more, it won't be, I won't say gospel, I guess we'll be closer to a Jonathan McReynolds kind of vibe, where speaking to a person in message and spiritual messages. And I'm excited about that project. If you like this one, it would have been 48 songs on this if I could have just, but everybody would have been like, you lost your mind. But I want to carry it where it's constantly going to be talking about growth, life, experiences. I want it to minister to people. The whole purpose of it is to minister to people. So even with the Spiritual Cafe, I literally I'm going to use the same concept and reach out to people where they can go and hear spiritual music at a cafe kind of vibe as well, not necessarily alcohol, coffee, and the whole 9 yards. And the whole theme is bringing it full circle.
Yeah, the spiritual album, that's gonna go to our connoisseur at the top, to Tiffany. Tiffany's our spiritual guru. So she's definitely gonna enjoy that. I think it's all dope. Like, you know what it really takes me back to, and you can tell me if you agree or not. But do you remember when Hidden Beach Records? That's the label that Jill Scott was on in the very beginning. You remember when they had like the jazz that they turned into, or they turned hip hop into jazz music?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I forget what it was called. Either way, it kind of takes me back to that though. But I thought it was definitely cool. Like, I was able to listen to it, and I drive Uber, so like I'm able to play that in the car when people are getting in and out of the car, and ain't nobody complaining about from Bone Thugs and all the other stuff going on. Like, I could play that, and it's just like smooth, calming music that ain't nothing happening, but it's good music. Good feel good music.
Man, I appreciate that. Like I said, I also brought in my partner, Bob Ivory is on there as one of the features. I wanted with a jazz kind of vibe. Everything has a kind of jazz background kind of vibe to it, or again, Afro beats, eccentric kind of neo soul vibe, and everything. That's where I'm at. That's I didn't really want to conform to what's out here. I really wanted to. If I sold one and the one touched someone's life, then I was good.
Right.
I got 2 more questions before I pass it off to one of the ladies. You said that when you put this project together, you kind of just used like computer and not like you didn't have a band or anything with you.
Right.
Like, did you find
technology?
Did you find it difficult to Did you find it difficult just in terms of making it sound good? Because I know that, like what I've seen in the past is like when a lot of producers, when they use a lot of the computer generated stuff as opposed to actually having a band or using keyboards and that sort of thing, like you usually can tell the difference. Whereas with your project, I can't. So I thought maybe you had a band behind you. Like, did you find it difficult to kind of get the sound that you wanted, or was it easier because you were using computer?
It was actually easier for me
Okay.
because one, though I've not been an artist out, I've been around music all my life, and
Right.
so I'm probably the music stalker in the background, listening to different sounds, beats, and keys, and different things. And I never really shared that with people. But so when it allowed me to pull what I really wanted to hear rather than what someone else was just taking with me with an artist. No knock on that because I think that's fine, but it was much easier for me to go with what I heard. Me
Yeah.
writing all the songs, I knew where in my head. I'm a visual person,
Yeah.
and so everything is a picture to me. Even us doing this now, everything to me is a visual picture. So art and everything, it paints a picture, and a song became a picture to me. So they all had. I wanted to know where this broke down and this area and what kind of sound I wanted to do, and it took a minute for each one. But what's beautiful thing was I wasn't on anybody else's clock.
Right.
So I, you know, everybody was in their mind. They were probably like, "Oh, Armani gonna come up with a nice little." I told you, a little dinky dink song, and when they heard it, they're like, "Wait a minute, this? Did you sure? Like you said, did you do that? You know, like one of those kind of things." So I was in the witness protection program, I believe, before, and now I'm here.
Now it's just like when
Not the witness.
it's, now it's really really a dope project. My last question is in terms of like in terms of promotion. How do you promote a project like this in today's culture, like with where music is now? Like, how do you promote a project like this and make it successful?
Well, I am new to it, but I have a distributor that hits all. It's on all platforms. There's going to be 2 videos coming. There's a video will be out by the end of this month. So I'm literally going to push pretty hard on all streaming platforms. There's a lot of different promotional ways and which easier ways to pump things out on YouTube, and I'm not going to fudge the numbers. I know I know a lot of the tricks. I do know the whole other way in which next you turn around tomorrow and says 4,622 hits. I
Yeah.
really want to see who really likes it, and so
Right.
I've got a game plan, but a lot of it's going to come out with the next video that comes out.
Yeah.
And so the more and more I'm gonna blast it. I was the kid. I was excited like this, and friends of mine who watch and know this. When I saw it pop up my name on YouTube, I was the kid. I was done. I could throw the mic down and been like, there you go. So, you know, but I got a game plan that's gonna push it pretty well. And what's good is, if you listen to the song "All Roads Lead Us Here," that's gonna be a great wedding song. I'm going to reach out to a lot of different areas from that standpoint. There's a stepping song that's on there, Regina's Groove. There's going to be some things that are going to naturally stand out. First, you're going to hear the music and it'll be cool and fine. But as I target strategically certain areas,
Yeah.
it is going to have legs.
Okay. I'm glad to hear somebody else say that they were a music stalker because I always felt like I was too. Like
That's
it's
James.
weird. Like while I'm not a musician by any means, I can listen to a song and like how people will stack their vocals and they'll have like all kind of different riffs that they're doing. Like I'm somebody I can hear everything it is that they're doing. It don't matter how loud it is or how low it is, and like I can hear everything that's going on. And that's something that a lot of people cannot necessarily pick up on unless they're just that much into music. But I can pick up a lot of stuff like that. So like even like an example was like if you listen to, we could take it back to Lauryn Hill's album. If you listen to her album on a number of her songs, like at different places and different songs, there's points where she's stacking the vocals and she's singing probably 4 or 5 different chords and just different things, and I usually can pick up on all of that stuff. But I think what you have is amazing. I just want to answer a question that's in the comments. Unfortunately,
yeah, I was gonna get to some of the comments.
Yeah, just this one particularly from Deborah Graves. Because of the ruling and everything with YouTube and just playing music, a lot of times we don't play any snippets or any samples from the music, but of course it is on Apple Music, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, and then you also can pull it up on YouTube, which obviously YouTube is free. So I've accessed it on all of those, and I know that Armani will tell us as well, further into the interview, where else you can get this project. But definitely, if you go on YouTube and you just type in Armani Mills, it will pull him up. So I will push it off to one of you ladies. Y'all can figure out who want to jump in there.
I'll go. I wanted to ask a question sorry, Tiff, Mr. Armani Mills. You said that you had a stepping song on the album. So is there going to be some kind of dance move to that, or a TikTok or something?
That should have been my question right there.
Can we get a TikTok popping?
It's funny you say that. Actually, my friend is on, one of my friends on here now. I'm sure she's smiling, Regina, with the song.
Oh yeah, I saw Regina. Yeah.
So,
hi, Regina.
It's a partner of mine, and then I can't. By the way, I can't bypass talking about Dee, and making sure that she's spoken on here as well. That talk about the inspirational songs on here have a lot to do with her as well. But that song was something that Regina asked me about because her and her husband are into stepping, and they had one of the songs, and so that song, they have a place that's opening up that's going to be on the 30th. By the way, I'm giving them a commercial on the 30th called Mrs. O's, and it's going to they're probably going to have that song featured, and she's already reached out to different line dancing people. So there is I'm sure they're making steps to that, and I'm sure that I'll be working on some form of video or something that works with that as well. So yeah.
Okay, I was going to ask you, was it going to be playing with Mrs. O's?
Huh?
I was going to ask you, was it going to be playing
write
with Mrs.
that down, Kat. It's called
Mrs. O's, and it'll be August 30th, and it'll also be a celebration of Regina's birthday and their grand opening. And like I said, It's Okay Sweet is also dedicated to Dee, who, as you hear the song, you'll know that that's a special person.
So when you write these songs dedicated to these people, how do you convey your emotions? Like, can you walk me through some of your process of how you had this song dedicated to your mom, and it's really powerful. How do you bring those emotions to our ears?
I cry in the back. No, just no. Again, like I said, everything's visual, and so the songs are starting off they're starting off as a story to me, and so I painted everything as a story. So the emotion is in how much I care, and I paint it from that perspective. I know how to break down where bridge and chorus and hooks and all that, but that's secondary to me as much as to find out where am I expressing the full emotion in the songs. And so I get caught up into the story of it, read the story. If it hits me, then I know I'm there, and then I want to make sure that there's parts where people really feel the message behind it. So it's really all in how I write the words. If it hit me from an emotional point, not just putting some junk out there, because each one of the songs I could walk through and tell you, I have a song called "Am I Your Job or Am I Your Career?" I didn't put it on there, but there's things that have to do with am I short term or am I long term, things like that. So
speak on that, because that's a real problem nowadays, and I need to know up front. Okay.
Listen, all you gotta do is just moan.
Yeah, no, I really looked at I really hit more than just the traditional basic stuff. There's a lot of stuff. There's a song everybody laugh, but if I leave here today, it says if this is my last day, and it's everything has a spiritual hidden base behind it. I'm not afraid to say that I am. I don't even say it's just spiritual. I believe in God. I'm Jesus. All the above. I'm not ashamed to say His name, spell His name out, and all the above. And so,
absolutely.
All of them have something. Sanctuary is more from a peace standpoint, but even a spiritual vibe to it.
Wow. I really want to commend you on that, because I've been seeing a kind of like a pattern or a movement for artists to make music that is spiritual and Christian based, but it jumps into all different types of genres. So that's very, very interesting. I really like that, and I can't wait to hear more from you. Tiff, you got some questions?
Yes, I do. By the way, thank you for joining us on our platform. It's very nice to meet you. Yes, we have some people that's first time transcenders, which is one is Deborah Gray. She's one of our choir directors at my church. And she actually passed the torch over to me to direct the children's choir. So, I wanted to know, like, what inspired you to do a obviously you have all different types of songs in your album, but the spiritual, what inspired you to do that? And also, how many songs do you have in your album, that's pertaining to the spiritual part?
So Spiritual Cafe is going to be its own project, and it's going to come out in the end of September. I wanted to make sure that I didn't water it down. I wanted everything that's going to have, every single one of the songs are going to have a spiritual base, directed strictly to God. And so the songs that are on here with Cafe Beats, though they have messages behind that where you'll know where I'm coming from, Spiritual Cafe is going to be the next one called coming up. This one's called Cafe Beats, but the Spiritual Cafe is that's why it's going to say Cafe Beats Edition. The other one's going to be Spiritual Cafe Edition, because I don't want, my biggest thing is I didn't want to get caught up with, well, where is his direction? Where are we going? I wanted you going to know my direction. And so every one of the songs, it'll be roughly about 15 songs for the next one. And trust me, you will know where I'm coming from. There won't be a hidden. And I think I'm hitting it from a different perspective. And my motivation behind that is, even if I go to a church, words are not going to just touch me. Music also ministers to me. And so I need it to be touched in every way. And I think that, I think people are being left out when you don't look at music as also a form of ministry and pulling people together. And so I wanted to talk to people in a different light and be transparent, even in the songs. I have songs that are talking about why, in so many words. It's called Why, but so many words. After all the things you've done for me, why am I still living in this life and not, not going to places where I'm already comfortable at? You've already shown me comfort, and yet I'm still confused and running here. What is so things like that, where I'm challenging and questioning me and growing from it as I share it with other people. And I had an experience. I'll say this real quick. I had someone reach out to me on Facebook, and it hit my heart because they listened to, one of my songs, and they were saying that they were going through a lot, and my song, even on here, touched them. And so things like that is that's where my payday is going to be, leaving a legacy. Everything I'm doing is to hear well done. I'm not here to conform and do for anybody else. I'm here to make sure that when I leave here, people don't just say he was just a nice guy, but he actually touched someone's life.
Now, moving forward with your album, are you planning on doing any like small concerts anytime in the future?
A friend of mine, I have a couple friends of mine out there. I told him, shoot, I'm 60, so if it took me this long, you're gonna get me out there to go sing, it's gonna be just as funny. But but I'm sure there's gonna be some projects put together. I talked to some people because obviously I have to do the whole band perspective of it and pull it together. And so I am sure, but right now I want to focus on videos.
Okay.
And get the videos out because I want to touch from that standpoint. And this day and age, you know, I feel for artists in the past because I've seen people eat out of garbage cans and put their music out there, do all so much. And then you got these young people throwing up just regular beats and nothing else. And then now with this technology and stuff, I didn't have to pay for a band. I didn't have costs the normal costs that people would have out there. So I really want to say in the midst of this, it allows for people to follow their dream because nothing should hold you back. You know, I'm not pigeonholed into a certain area where I have to be a sex symbol on a certain, you know, certain area of music to be seen. I'm not going to be on no couch. I'm not, none of these different things. And my motivation is pure. So this is a beautiful time for people who want to express themselves from music because there's so many things out there that if you don't have to sell your soul anymore and you don't have to depend on what most people ain't making money off of streaming anyway. Right. So you're going to be doing other ways in which to put it out there. I want to put my music into shows. I want to get into sync and get my music out to areas. A friend of mine will talk to me more about that to get it out even on TV shows and movies because they touch people's lives. So I want to reach out for that platform.
That's really taking it in a different direction than what a lot of other people are doing. Like you could really hit people onto some stuff just as far as what you just, you know, putting your incorporating your music into shows and syncing it with different projects and stuff like that, as opposed to really putting all the focus into streaming and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Like I said, it was something I wanted to do, and now I'm in this mindset of don't just talk about it, do it.
Yeah.
And that's where I went with it. And again, I think people are gonna be surprised because even when they're hearing it now and you're on this interview and you didn't hear the music, I really think people will be surprised. But I do need people to do this. I realized I didn't push this. I noticed when I was on you all's site and getting on here, you all said subscribe. And I was thinking, this makes sense. I need people to not just listen to the music. I don't need people to just sit there and say this is great. I need for you, if you like that kind of music, I do more than that. I need you to follow me. I need you to subscribe. If you go on Spotify, if you really want, you don't even have to, I want you to buy. But even if you don't do that, follow. Follow is more importantly to me because it allows for me to be able to have a larger base and give you more things that's out there. I'm on Instagram, solo MVP lifestyle _ music, but also solo MVP. I'm on there for Instagram. I'm on YouTube. You can search for my music at Armani Meals. It's gonna pull up on YouTube Music. But it is also, I have a page that's Solo MVP Music on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, even though I'm an Android person, but Apple Music. Yeah, don't watch yourself, cat. But so you know,
I'm like an Android person, like you throwing the jabs, man.
Yeah. But all joking aside, it's a beautiful thing. So if you want to find it, if you're looking for Armani Meals, if the title's too long for you with Solo MVP Lifestyle Presents, it's going to pop up. And that's what's exciting. But I need you to follow. I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit like. If you like it, don't forget me. Hit like it. And then, and then remember the brother, he's getting older. He needs likes, and so then that'll help.
You're not getting older, man. You're just getting more seasoned.
That's all right.
No, I'm enjoying every year because again,
absolutely, man. It's like what's the thing that the lady used to say? It gets greater later. Who is that? Bev Smith or whoever. It gets greater later. It's like, I mean, I ain't that damn old, but I'm gonna be 47 month, and it's just like with each year, it just seems like you learn so much more. And things get so much better, and stuff gets a whole lot easier, and it all starts to make sense. So
I will say this: that it is the age. Like I tell people, I'm not caught up on age. Someone's older than me. I'm younger than somebody. I'm older than another person. And so at the end of the day, how I live my life.
Yes.
I'm not caught up on anything other but how my legacy. And
absolutely,
so I still walk. I chew. I got all my teeth. I don't have my hair, but
okay.
That's the style to me, man. That's no, I just
bald head.
It's amazing.
Wine get better with time.
I think this is proof that you can't judge, you can't judge people by how they may look or what you might think, because like I said, I never knew that you were tuned into music like this, but this project is really, really dope.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's like I think it's really dope. I think so many people are really gonna enjoy it. And it's great that it's available in so many different ways and different areas and spaces, so that it's really no excuse for people not to be able to check it out. I know that the spiritual project is going to be coming next. What other things are you working on that we'll be able to check out in the near future?
Well, I'm glad you said it, because again, like I said, everything is moving towards hearing well done. So even with this project, the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'll be having a podcast called Relevant Men. It's uncut, uncensored discussions that men will have, sharing whatever that men's code. But more importantly, the word relevant is key. In a time where I saw with Kamala Harris and the men, it was 53,000 men, 53,800 men stepped up, and people talk about what men don't do. I want to celebrate what men do. And I don't want to put it to, it's a difference between a male and a man. And I want to be able to highlight that and not put an age to it. So even with each one of our shows or podcasts, which I want to do, it'll be coming out in a couple of months, Relevant Men, it will be highlighting even some youth. It may be a 12-year-old that's doing something, because I want to motivate us being relevant. And so with that, and a project called It Starts With a Ripple, which is, again, we are the ripple. Right. And by instead of talking about what somebody else needs to do, we want to be able to highlight what you are doing. So we're going to be having hashtag and have as a nonprofit and highlighting people doing good deeds for other people, as well as challenging cities as they want our vote. And if they want a variety of different things, don't tell me what you're going to do for us, just show us what you're doing. So you are the ripple, and I want to be able to use that in starting those platforms. And of course, Solo MVP, again, Solo MVP is you being the most valuable person to you before you are to anyone else. And I pull together like minds to create excellence. So I'm pulling together networking of people to motivate. And obviously, you hear me when I talk, I want to motivate and uplift people and do a lot more from that platform.
Okay. Any final words you want to get out there?
Excellent.
From me?
Yes.
Like, subscribe. Yes. No. all the things. Again, I'm appreciative. I appreciate you all first and foremost for having me on this platform. I was honored, and I'm continuously honored. And I think it's all about networking and telling you, as you all saw, I jumped on and started making the flyer myself and putting this up and everything.
You don't know
excellent.
You don't know how dope that is. Like, I'm gonna tell you, when you sent me your bio, and then I sent it over to the ladies, Tiffany don't respond to nothing. And Tiffany sent me a message like, this look good. Like, did you do this? And I was like, he do his own stuff.
Well, see, I do I guess this is something I have a company called Keep It Simple Expert. So I do digital marketing and branding for small businesses on social media platforms. So I'm into AI teaching. I'm a part of BDPA, which is the Black Tech, teaching AI to our community so we won't get left behind. So everything that has to do with imagery, visual content creation, I'm all into that. So when I saw that, I told you everything is painted picture. So when I saw the flyer, I was like, okay, so let me put this, okay, and then this, and then this, and the whole 9 yards. And I just think that you're your walking brain.
Now it looks beautiful. I appreciate you even doing it, because then when you sent us the updated flyer, we put that on our stories and we started posting it too. So I appreciate that. And it's always good when you have somebody on and you send them flyers. And I usually do bigger flyers, but I put that smaller one together. But even so, that's like the biggest thing. Like when we send flyers to people with it, they share them too, or they recreate them, and they like that's really, really dope. So we appreciated it. It looks amazing. I'll probably be reaching out to you for some stuff for my own projects and for stuff that we're working on, because I knew that you did all that stuff. You know, everything's a money thing to me. So I had to figure out money and all that stuff before I start spending on all that different stuff. But I'm gonna come to you for some things, because I already knew what your work looked like from when I was doing the buzzworthy stuff. And I saw something that you were doing. So I knew that already, but I appreciate you, man. I know the ladies appreciate you. Shout out social media one more time for everybody.
Say that one more time.
Shout your social media one more time for everybody.
Well, you can find me on, so you can find me on all streaming platforms. You can pull up Armani Mills. Don't even make it hard. Armani Mills, ARMANI. Mills, MILLS, and it's going to pull up on Spotify. It's going to pull up on Apple. It's going to iTunes. It's going to be, if you go to YouTube Music. I'm supposed to be on Amazon. I've heard a variety of other platforms. You can go on Instagram and follow me at solo SOLO MVP lifestyle _music. I'm gonna put in the future. A lot of videos are going to go there. YouTube, solo MVP music. But even if you feel like you type too long, hit solo MVP. You're gonna get me on Instagram. But more importantly, make sure that you follow. I can't emphasize that enough. Follow, don't say congrats. I'm saying this to all people, for even with you all's platform, it's great for people to come on here and enjoy their show. Absolutely. But it doesn't mean anything if you don't hit subscribe and all the above, because if you really enjoy it, show them that way. Because if we're going to actually hit the community, we got to hit the community by showing our numbers, not just our mouth. And so that's the biggest thing in which I would really want for people to do. So again, I appreciate you all. I got 2 dogs that's going to be barking. I've been keeping them quiet. And so I just want to say, indeed,
I have one sitting over here by my foot right now.
Huh? Say it again. Yeah, I was a black doctor.
I have one that's sitting at the bottom of my foot.
Yeah, I got a big Akita and a mixed Great Pyrenees that is somewhere.
I had an Akita.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, man. We definitely will do this again. I need to get on that platform that you're gonna have on that podcast, but we'll talk about that.
No, you writing that down. Let me screenshot, send you the video. I'm about to pull it back up on you, bro. So don't even try it. Because I need
it, man. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll definitely talk some more, man.
Sounds good. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Now. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mills.
All right, ladies. I think that was a dope interview. So that project is available on definitely on iTunes, because I pulled it up on iTunes, but then Spotify, YouTube, and some everywhere. So solo MVP, if you just type that in, or if you type in Armani Mills, that will pull him up. So what else is good, ladies, before we bring our next guest in?
I did want to talk about something. I went to a show this weekend and it was amazing. If you guys didn't catch it on my social media, there was actually Cleveland had something called the Border Light Festival, which was a festival with all different kind of theater and media and all these different things. So it was actors, dancers, comedians at different places throughout Cleveland. And it was really, really interesting. So I got invited to something called Fly Girl. And it was a story created by Lucretia Loves Ariel. And it kind of reminded you of like a one-woman show where she kind of told her life story. Oh, thank you, James. And she told we fancy. But where she shared her life story through dance and like it was like a voiceover, and she told about her going through a breakup and turning 30 and the pandemic and mental health and her physical health and how she overcame a lot of that through Ariel. I got invited by my friend. Her name is Makara Danielle on Instagram. Please follow her, Makara Danielle, all platforms. She is an aerial yoga teacher. Me and her took the heels dance class. If you guys saw, I took a little dance class. Tiff, don't make that face. Don't make
cat. Auntie can't do that.
Go on Cat Kwueen page and see a little of these moves. But it was such an amazing show, and they were amazing. These girls, when they say fly girls, these girls was flying. They were all up in the air. It was at a studio where the panels were like the top panels were lights, like it was windows, so it looked like they were really in the air. So when they was up in the air, birds was flying by and stuff. I was like, wow. So I'm going to be taking some classes with my friend Makara, and I'm Cat be out here trying everything, so that might be a new segment coming soon, because I'm out here doing whatever.
That's what I was trying to talk about. Remember when I couldn't figure it out, but it was the aerial where they was up in the end, they have their legs inside the ribbon, right? That's what I was trying. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that.
Okay, so my friend
you may have to call 911 on speed dial.
All the classes I go to are beginner friendly, so I'll be sharing my journey and shouting people out along the way. So follow me on Cat Kwueen and you'll be able to go to these classes. We have Bria Wright doing a sexy heels class. We got Makara doing aerial and yoga. She has an event coming up, but the Border Light Festival was really good. Please shout out to Lucretia Loves Ariel. Her story was amazing, and it was a long time since I immersed myself in the arts, and I really I went to a performing arts school, so I'm getting back into exploring, especially around Cleveland. There's so many things to explore, so I'm going to be posting a lot more about that. Arts Festival, Lucretia Loves Ariel, and Makara Danielle. We watching y'all. We waiting for more.
Okay.
Well, I'm very dope review.
I definitely want to join in on that.
Yeah, I think that was a dope review. It's good that you're getting out. I saw when you had put the post on Instagram, so I said, "Oh, look at Kat. She out there exploring."
And you know me, I see something, I'm like, I could do that.
But that's
I think I could do that.
Listen, that's dope. You gotta live a little bit and have a good time. So I think that's really
Mama gotta have a life too. You know it.
All right. So it's time for our next guest. Can I let you do the honors?
Okay, guys, we have a friend to the show. He was on the first season. He has been making noise all around Akron and Cleveland. Oh my God, y'all don't even know. Our show last week when we had King Teeth from the Tubi movies, as soon as he saw this person comment, he knew who he was. And he said, ooh, he said, I know that ain't Mr. Brooks right there from the Akron Baseball Project. Y'all know him. We love him.
Yep.
Mr. Donny Brooks, our next guest.
Thank you, guys. How you doing? How you guys doing?
Donny.
You You guys are amazing. Thank you for allowing me on season 2.
What's up?
Absolutely.
How are you doing? That's the question.
Enjoying the moment.
Okay, that's what's up. That's a good answer.
That's fair.
Enjoying the moment.
Good,
Yeah.
good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
No, that's dope. It's good to have you back on. It's good to have you back on for this season. I know Kat was, telling us and just updating us on all the stuff that you had going on. So it's good that we were able to get you here on the show tonight. You want to start off by, well, first, obviously there's a lot of new viewers here now. So if you want to start off by introducing yourself, tell everybody who you are.
I'm Donny Brooks. I am the CEO and founder of the Akron Baseball Project Incorporated, nonprofit organization. I'm a former baseball player, college player, as well, and coach, current coach.
Okay.
We've been a nonprofit, just at our first year on July 12th.
Okay, that's what's up. So congratulations to that. That's only
you.
a couple weeks ago. How's it feel to be 1 year in?
1 year in, really great. And you know what they say about Black businesses, so it's like, yeah, it's real amazing.
Yeah, no, I think that's really, really dope. I want to say it was maybe back around November that we had you on the podcast, somewhere around there. So I'm sure a lot has happened in between then and now. So kind of give us the update on everything that's happening.
Well, since then, so this year we had a winter clinic in February. That was a great turnout. We had it at a baseball facility on the 24th of February, full to capacity. So that was really good. The introductory and skill set of baseball for the youth, for boys and girls, for baseball and softball. My amazing team with my coaches, Coach Autumn, Coach Lynette, Coach Somerville, and many more. Sorry if I left anybody out, but the head coach for Garfield High School in Akron, Ohio, they all did a wonderful job. Since then, I was thinking about doing a theme song for the Akron Baseball Project. And if you guys remember the old song called Hardball, that came out in like
Strike one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Listen, that was my jam.
So even with that crazy hit that was 20 years ago or so, I wanted to recreate that.
Okay.
And we did. And the music video just came out about 5-6 days ago. And it's been getting crazy views, over almost 2,000 views, over 100 likes within the past 5-6 days. I had People's 330 rapper on there. I had Miss Purrs as well. She sung the hook, and then of course myself. I did the intro and the outro. So that song is our theme song for baseball, and I want to bring the excitement of baseball to the city, to the state, and that's what I've been working on. And also we have a back to school summer camp coming up August 17th. We will be having, that's in the next, about 2.5 weeks from now, we'll be having a DJ, we'll be having food, hydration. I have 2 barbers coming out to cut boys' hair if needed, and I also have a cosmetologist coming out because I have 11 softball girls.
Okay.
We did reach our capacity of 68 kids, so 11 of those 68 are girls. So that's when I thought about, I don't want the girls to feel left out because there's barbers cutting the boys' hair. So a cosmetologist, she's coming out to do hair if needed for the little girls.
Okay. That's pretty dope. So this is all a part of the summer camp?
That is great.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
no, that's really dope.
Go ahead,
Tiff.
And what are the ages for? Because I have a 12-year-old, and right now he's because since we last interviewed you, you were talking about this. Remember, I was telling you about he was 11 then, so now he's 12. So what are the ages, and what is the dates, and and how long are you going to be doing this summer camp?
So the summer camp is going to be 1 day for the summer camp. If you want to squeeze him in, that's fine. He can get in. The ages are from 4 to 15, boys and girls. So he can get in. He's perfect. He's 12. Of course, I can get him in there. And then that's going to be on a Saturday, August 17th from 12:30 to 2:30. And then after the baseball camp, that's when the barbers and the cosmetologists will be doing hair. And kids will be eating and things like that.
Okay.
So I can send you the information. It is also on social media as well too, but I'll send the information. And this camp is free because I do understand that it's back to school. Everybody's focused on hair, clothes, shoes. So
Yes.
I try to do one camp a year that is free. And I understand, it's back to school, so it is a rush. So this camp is free. Again, free. Everybody loves free.
And it's the baseball camp, right?
Yes, baseball and softball.
And softball. Okay.
Yes. My female coach, Coach Manette, she'll be coaching the softball girls.
Okay.
And then my other coaches, including myself, will be doing the boys.
Okay.
I got it on my calendar.
Okay.
Oh, wow, Donny. Well, congratulations on everything you're doing. And that is just amazing for our city. I've been seeing a big trend of people in Akron bringing these programs back, and especially these summer programs. Like, these kids really didn't have anything to do. And it looks like this year they got the ball rolling. And it's so important for our youth, not only just to give them these skills, but to keep them out of the street. So when you're working with those kids, what kind of message do you give to them about that?
That you can be different than your circumstances. And what I explain to them, because they'll look and say, what does that mean? I say, do better than what you see. Do the opposite. So if you see negative, do positive. If you see positive, enhance that positive, that what's going on. And that's, and since you mentioned that, I have been speaking to Akron Public Schools District and also Akron Council. I've been at the meetings, and APS said that I could pretty much get my Akron baseball project. They told me to start with the elementary schools because that's where the kids will want it, because they'll be in the Akron baseball project for 5 or 6 years going into high school. And then they will want it in their high school instead of me going after high school kids now. Right now, kids don't want to play baseball that's 14 that haven't played since they were 4.
Right.
So they were saying get them at kindergarten, first grade, and then they'll be in your camp for 6, 7 years or your program. And then once they start to enter high school, they will want it in their high school. And then that's when I can get into the high school. So right now I have 2 schools that have committed to having the Akron baseball camps in their school for February of 2025.
Wow.
So I'm tackling every Akron public school in Akron. It's about 30 or 40 of them, but I want to tackle all of them, and I want to, give the awareness that it's just not baseball catching and hitting, because we also teach education as well. And this is going to help the kids stay focused, because with baseball, of course, you have to have a certain GPA. So those two will go hand in hand. And like I have told many, baseball kept me focused, and saved my life and kept me on my grades. So for me to play, I had to have at least over a 2.5. So that's what I teach my players and my kids, that, a 2.5 is a C average. Okay. So a lot of them don't really realize that, because they look like, oh, that may be too hard, but it's not hard. And I do understand that some classes may be boring, but guess what? You have to pass them. I mean, you may not be interested, but you have
you
to
gotta pass.
I mean, and we're not doing no D minus, okay? We're not doing no D minus, because a lot of places, because college, if you have less than a 70, it's a fail, and that's a fail. So I encourage my kids to get 80% or higher. So if they do mess up, they still pass.
Right. Yeah.
Because if I say 100%, they may look at that right now as, oh, that's too hard. But so if I say 80, they may get a 72, a 73, a 70, and they'll still pass.
Mm-hmm.
So I start out with the 80%. Some will always say 100, but when you're dealing with kids with different situations, I want to start them out as a B. And then if they master that, then we can work up to the 100.
Right. It's about those obtainable goals, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just tell them that the only way to get their percentages up is to turn in their work.
Yes.
You got to turn it in.
And
it's not the test scores. It's not the test scores. It's to turn in your work. I have to tell this one right here this all the time. Turn in your work.
True.
How hard is it?
I had that problem. I remember my mom came and raided my locker. She said, I know she did
No.
that work. She said, here. She pulled out papers here.
Right.
Mr. Jeffries.
That's what me and my mom was doing.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeffries, that's my dog. But when I turned it that work, he put me on. I turned in that work. He put me on Global Scholars. Take me on field trips. See, if you do your work, you turn in your work. You get more privileges. You get, so it's good that you're giving these kids privileges and incentives, because when they can reach these obtainable goals and then they're like, oh, look what I did. Okay, well, maybe I could do more next time. Maybe I can do better. Maybe I can get on merit roll, honor roll,
Yeah.
So that's so important. So I saw you doing something with the mayor. What did you have going on with that?
Oh, so that was his inauguration in January. So him and I, the mayor's office invited me to his inauguration in January. I think that was January 6th or 7th, and that I was really excited about that about 6 months ago. And from there, it's been when I introduced myself, he's already heard about the Akron Baseball Club. That was his first thing he said to me at the after party at House with 330. So he already heard about it. So that was good. And from there, I've been invited to Akron Council twice, and spoke at in front of all the wards, and to get the Akron Baseball Project, to get their help and get their support. And I explained to him heavy this last one, which was July 22nd, so about a week ago. And that I was just straight real with him. I said, I need you guys' help. I've already introduced myself to you guys the first time with my resume, but it's about the kids and to get them a resume and something different. I'm bringing baseball back, and it's more than just registration money. And I explained that to them, because a lot of programs are just in it to get the little piece of registration money, the $200-300 hours per kid, and then, hey, see you next year.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, like Ice Cube. He just had an interview recently with the Big Baller 3, his basketball league. And I loved his interview. He said he's trying to become global. He has the Big Baller 3 in Houston, California, Detroit. And that's what I want the Akron Baseball Project to be. Not just Akron, not just Cleveland. I want to take over all of Ohio and then move on to the next states to make this a global organization of baseball awareness and education. And I'm taking it piece by piece. So.
Wow, your name has been ringing bells in these streets. I will say that everybody knows about Donny Brooks now. And now I'm telling you, before I even say anything, they're like, Akron Baseball Project. I told my dad. He said, that dude was on the news in Cleveland over here. I know who that is. I'm like, oh, okay, Dad, you hip. But that's cool about the mayor's office. I got a chance to meet him and talk to him at debutante ball, and he goes to all these events that previous mayors seem to not care about. Especially Black events, events with children, safety things. Like, he really is on it. It's nice to have someone younger and more involved and really knows his stuff. He remembers stuff. If you tell him something, he'd be like, oh, I know about you, or I know about this. So it's really, really nice. So other than the camp, so what are you doing as far as like long-term baseball? Like, are you coaching, or do you have a team?
So right now, after the camp, I'm in the process of going to get my baseball league. My goal is to have. I've been letting parents know that at the earliest it will be 2025. At the latest it will be 2026. So in the interim, I'll be going on my tour with having my camps in the elementary schools for spring training for February and March. And before that, I also do personal training as well. So, and that'll be fall and winter. Parents have called me. They're getting their schedule together to make sure. I've been training kids in the Akron Baseball Project and children that are not in the Akron Baseball Project, personal training. Because I feel like that's where it needs to start before they get on a team. And I explain that because my mom, she told me years ago that if she would have known an African-American man was a baseball trainer, she would have put me with him first before throwing me on a team. Because the thing is with teams that people don't really seem to realize, a lot of times parents just want to put them in something, have them active, get them out there here for 2-3 months. They're always asking if you have a team or a league. But if you have one-on-one training, you're getting that individual time alone and seeing what's wrong. Because when you have 20, 30 players, will pull them aside for a minute, but they have to coach a game. Or if there's a player better than that player, they typically tend to stick to those better players because the goal is trying to win when you're on a team. You're not training on a team. Some kids learn slower than others. Some kids learn fast. Some kids can pick it up, quickly. Everybody's different. So if you're doing personal training, it doesn't matter what speed you're picking, and guess what? But you're going to get it. So that's why I do personal training at all positions. Well, besides pitching and catching, I have one of my coaches. He's a pitching coach, and he's awesome. That's Marlon Somerville, great guy. And so beside the pitching department, I can coach infield and outfield. And that's what I've been working with some of my Akron Baseball Project players this year as well, and upcoming for fall and winter season. Wow. So baseball, I'm doing 365. It's not just spring and summer. So, because that's how I used to practice in the winter. I used to walk to the baseball fields with snow, with my boots and my puffy coat. And I would practice, even if it's just swinging the bat, if it's me throwing the ball up in the air, running and catching it with boots on. Because then when the spring comes, guess what? I'm faster.
Exactly. Yeah.
I always do something, and because in other states, like my mom would always tell me, she would say, if you're not practicing, someone else is when you're not. So, and if you practice 1 hour a day, that's nothing. If you can practice anything you're doing 1 hour a day out of 24 hours, take an hour, then you have accomplished something. But when you do nothing, then there's nothing. Baseball in different coasts, they're practicing every day because it's sunny, like West Coast, Florida, San Diego. So over here in Northeastern Ohio, it's limited, but it'll be something. And that's all that I try to teach my players and my kids, that if you do something all year round, then you will be in the competition.
Right. I have noticed that kids just like, oh, that's over for the summer or whatever. And I'm like, I remember going to book though, the track team would be during the winter going around the auditorium. Yep. It wasn't no, you done. Everybody was, the track team was here. The baseball team was here. The football team was in the weight room. Like they kept year round. And I think that that's something that's kind of missing. And they really need to bring that back because like you said, I lived in California. Them people was out there every day. They was baseball, basketball, surfing, whatever they was doing it every day. Yes. So I think that's really good that you're pushing that. And congratulations on adding the softball and the girls. Like it's nice to always have our ladies involved because I definitely was a softball player. And that's something a lot of people don't really know about me. They found out at that family reunion when I hit that piñata though. So yeah.
Everybody hit the deck. Everybody hit the deck and everybody scattered. And I was the one holding the piñata.
A whole mess. But see, I still got them skills that I had from years ago. And like I didn't even know I went to Top Golf. And I was able to get it because I'm like, oh, this ain't number T-ball. I'm like, dude, I'm hitting them out the park because it's like that muscle memory thing. Like you don't forget all those practices and things like that. So, yeah, we're just so glad to have you on the show. I'm sorry I've been kind of monopolizing the interview, but I just had so many questions and stuff. I'm like, oh, we got Donny on here. We got friend to the show, Donny, Mr. Brooks as they call him. So James or Tiff, you guys want to jump in?
No, I know I started off. I really just want to comment and really piggyback off of what you just said. I think it's good that you got girls on the team now, and that you're doing something to really kind of specialize some things for them so that they don't feel left out. It's so much going on out there just with our kids in general. So it's good that you have this program. And I know I said that before, but it's like really epic that you have something like this going on, and it's at a year now. So like that's proof that it's doing really good and that it's necessary in the community. Like, what do you see for the program moving forward?
Well, I'm 32 right now, so I see by 35 in the next 2 to 3 years that all over Akron and Cleveland. And then by the time I'm 40, taking over the state.
Wow, big goals.
Yeah.
And every day, I'm definitely, I'm pushing it every day. I feel like I'm not doing something. And when I listen to interviews of the ones that are successful, the African-American entrepreneurs and business owners, they would say the same thing, as in they feel like they're not doing enough. And when you're doing something, even if it's a little bit, like when I went down my list, I feel like if I get improvement numbers every time I'm doing something, then it's working. Like in February, I had 45 players. 43 showed up. This one almost doubled, 68.
Ooh.
And the thing is, I put a cap. So I put my flyer out this week. Today is, last Monday. It was over capacity by Friday of last week.
Wow.
So with the signups. So it was really amazing. It felt good. And this year I've learned my first one last year in August. So I've had 3-4 camps since last year of August to now. And I learned that the time frame of when to host my camps, what to provide, because I learned that when you do anything that's free, you have to think what parents, why they're coming. Of course, it's for a baseball lesson, but also what else are you providing? So with them the boys getting haircuts, the girls have a choice of getting their hair done, also food, drinks, music, and a baseball lesson. That gets the parents more incentive of coming, and the word is free. Can't beat it. So,
you can't beat it. You're right about that.
Right.
Since after COVID, haircuts are expensive. Getting your hair done for girls is expensive. Before COVID, a boy's haircut was $10. Now it's like $25.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
And that's for boys because the adults' haircuts is like 35 now.
It's
like for us, to get the beard done and the head. So and boys don't have a beard. So not
I mean, I just line it up. Just line it up, man. Right.
It's 20, Donny.
And when I felt real excited when a parent signed up 10 of his kids from his program for my camp next month. He signed up 10.
Oh, wow.
So
from
his organization, and that was real amazing. But yeah, my goal is to take this global. After the home state, I plan on taking it global.
So we got a question from the comments. It says, "What's your favorite secret baseball move? You have a secret play, or you got something you could give us that we could, do we gotta slide in the home, or what you gotta do? I gotta cover my eyes when I'm sliding in. What? Give us some kind of
baseball
tip.
move.
Yeah.
So I would say So I'll give one. So when you're sliding, let's say that you're running from first to second. A lot of people don't teach it right, but when you're sliding, you throw your hands up while you're sliding to distract the player from throwing you out. So when you're running, so like how you know when you're running, when you're saying like wee, when you got your hands up. So when you're sliding into second, that's how you slide into second, third, or home. You're distracting the player that's trying to throw you out while your teammate is running to that base.
Right.
And that's what I was teaching one of my acrobat baseball project players, and he improved his slide instantly for this summer ball. And his mom contacted me and said, Coach Brooks, since like our last workout, he's improved. And before he came to me, he didn't know how to slide properly. So I teach him how to slide the correct way without getting hurt and creating opportunities for your teammates to bring in runs.
Okay, so distraction is the name of the game. Okay, so next time I'm slide, so I just flail my arms around. I just
while you're sliding, correct? While you slide,
I'm just playing. I'm gonna be on second base. Think I'm like, what the hell she do? She just up there flailing around like the inflatable man for no reason.
Yeah.
We got Diane Millirons in the comments. Welcome in. Donny Brooks bringing everybody in tonight, huh? Oh man. So is there anything else that you want the viewers to know, or is there any kind of call to action you want people to do, or how can they support you?
By just either sharing any content of the Acro Baseball Project, word of mouth, even if your children are too young, or just bring them by, for them to see it. Because I feel like with baseball, I hear from our people, they always say, oh, baseball's boring. But when you see your people in your age range playing the game, it makes more sense, and then they'll like it. I feel like when you're watching it on TV, when you see adults playing, it may look boring because you're not playing it. Because a lot of people will tune into baseball when it's bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, game tied.
Right.
I feel like that's any sport. If the game is tied, that's any sport. But baseball is a mental game, and a lot of people like a lot of fast pace. Baseball is 90% mental, 10% physical. You're thinking out your opponent. And he said, I'm gonna try that. Yeah, go ahead and try it. Yeah,
got that.
Yeah.
My mom used to play softball back in the day. When I was little, she can contest to this. When I was little, it did look like the most boringest game in the whole wide world. As I used to just be dragged. I used to get dragged with her to every park known to man. But it was exciting to them because it was like when they won, the after party was over such and such's house. Next thing you know, I'm getting dropped off over Big Mom's house while she's gone or whatever. It's just because they used to play softball. So, I mean, then looking at it on TV, it just looked like it's so easy. I tried it and I almost threw my shoulder.
When you got that underhand ain't no joke.
Yeah, that under and technically
I did it real fast and I almost
ball.
threw out my shoulder. I was like, yeah, so we're not going to do that no more. Yeah. But a lot of kids out here, especially African-American kids, they see baseball and softball as like the boring sport. And here on the West Side, and this is all they know right now is football. It's football season and they're out here. This is my son know. And this is all they know. But when they see like the Cleveland Indians play or something like that, they just seeing the guy just standing there waiting for the ball to come and they just hit it and they start running. It's like, what's some excitement? I'm gonna tell you something. What I went to my first baseball game and I really thought it was. My mom took me to my first Indians game. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it's definitely a great energy, and that's another thing that I was saying for Akron Council. I gave them some stats for this year. So in 2024, you have 929 MLB baseball players. Only 57 of them are African American. That's only That's only 6%. 15 years ago, back when I graduated high school, it was 9%. It's dropping. So
Okay.
that's terrible numbers. There's only one African American on the Cleveland Guardians, the Indians, one. So
Wow.
you're telling me out of 30 teams, you possibly have, I mean, on average, maybe 4 African Americans per team. Out of out of almost 1,000 players, only 57 of them are African American, and I do not like it. And the numbers went down. 15, like I said, 15 years ago, it was at 6% back in 2009. It dropped 3% in 15 years. So in the next 15 years, it may be 3 or 0. So
and baseball is one of the highest paid salaries out of
I
all
was
the
yes, it
just
is.
professional
about
leagues.
to say.
And the
I
thing
was
is,
just about to say,
and
bruh,
the thing,
that is the highest pay, and them kids don't even know it. Y'all don't
no, this
even have a clue how
no, this is
much
the thing
money
about it.
y'all can make.
Well, it's the thing about baseball too. Baseball is expensive. So when you think about our community as African Americans, okay, so when you look at it, 70% of the household is single mothers. So you have to look at that too. And then the equipment is more than football and basketball. So
Yeah.
you're buying a glove, you're buying a bat, you're buying cleats, you're buying a basketball. What you just need a basketball or a football. Baseball, you need a bat, a ball, and a glove. So and
Yeah.
then as your kid gets older, and then a lot of parents, they don't want their kid to be the only African American on a team. So then you have
Oh,
the moms thinking that too. And then if
right.
you're trying to get your player or your kid, your son or daughter past little league, then you have to put them into other baseball organizations. And that was one of many reasons why I wanted to start the Akron Baseball Project. Because kids will play baseball and want to be professional if you have people that play at a high level. Because you have it for football, you have it for basketball. These coaches, they play college, or they play in the NFL, or they play for some semi-pro team, or they played arena football. Same with basketball. So you have these coaches for these sports that have a pretty good resume. With baseball around the community, you don't.
Right.
And that's was one of my reasons why I started it, because I told myself when I was in high school that once I was going to retire as a baseball player, that I wanted to start my own league. And my career ended at 25. So, things happen. And I started the Akron Baseball Project in 2023, made it official, and now we're here. And that's what I enlightened to my parents. You know, look at resumes, see what the coaches are coaching, ask them questions, all sorts of things. And like I said, with the numbers don't lie. 6%, 57 players out of 929 MLB players. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible for us.
And then what's behind us is Asians, and they're 3.4%. So, and then that's what I try to enlighten my parents and potentials. When you say black, the Latinos are over us in baseball, because just because they have our same color, they're not African American. So
Right.
that's why you have to say African American and not black, because they will include them into African American when you say
Right.
black. So that's why I always say African American, because then when you say that, that number drops. It's like 30% Latino in the Dominican Republic, and it's 6% African American, and then the rest is Caucasian, and then the 3% is Asian. So,
Right.
I mean, there you go. And I want kids to try something new. That's what I just want them to do. Try something new, be different. And that was one of my things as a kid. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be what society tells you to be. Oh, he should be a football player. Why? Because I'm big? Or he should be a basketball player because he's over 6 foot. I mean, we're so much more than a two-headed
They
monster.
always say that though.
Yeah. Because then when they hear baseball or soccer or tennis or golf, their eyes be like, whoa. Because
Right.
their eyes bug out like, really? You know, and then so that's what I try to enlighten to anybody that's interested in the Akron Baseball Project and the ones that are currently in the Akron Baseball Project. And that's what we provide. And my coaches, they're wonderful. Their resumes are great. Former D1 players and coaches currently at high schools. So my team of coaches are highly recommended and experienced, and they know the game. That is what I feel that will draw in the kids. One of the reasons, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Coach Somerville family. I know a lot of them, so good people. So we're gonna do one last question from the comments, and I want everybody to answer this one. We got, what is your favorite baseball stadium snack? So when you go watch
Cracker Jacks.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jacks.
James?
I'm gonna say the Cracker Jacks. Either that or the ballparks.
Oh yeah, the ballpark dog. Yeah.
I was about to say, that's me. Hot dog, give me a hot dog. Can I get
Hot dog over here.
Hot dog.
Get your hot dog over here.
Let me get a doggy over here.
Give me some peanuts and shake them jokers up.
I love when they throw it far too.
Yes.
I'm like, yes. Let me get a packet of mustard, please.
Shake them jokers up. You can see peanut shells. As soon as you walk down the step, peanut shells just everywhere. That's when you know you at a baseball game, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's something about the snacks there that taste so much better. I don't know. The peanuts be saltier, the Cracker Jacks be sweeter, like everything just be so good. I'm telling you, when I was in elementary school, we went to the Rubber Ducks, or the Akron Arrows is what it was called when I was younger. We went every year. Every year that was just a thing for like all the elementaries. It would be Arrows Day, and you would get a free hot dog. You can get your chips or peanuts or popcorn or whatever, a little drink, and you get to be out of school. I mean, I kind of fell in love with going to games like that because, like you said, watching on TV, especially with my granny, I'm like, Granny, I ain't trying to see the Indians, and she be, well, that's too damn bad.
You're gonna watch this baseball game.
You're gonna watch this baseball game. You're gonna like it. You know I'm part Indian. I gotta watch my people.
You know what? Oh my God.
I'm saying that's what my grandma Dewberry used to say. I'm part Indian. Gotta celebrate my Indians. So, but yeah, falling in love with the game is much more than watching. I would say going to the game and actually playing, being a child, and those memories of really being in there and playing and learning the fundamentals and traveling and things like that. That's what really makes you fall in love with it. So I really appreciate that you're going to the elementary schools and starting them off early. So that's just amazing. Teaching them. We got to raise them children, got to raise them up and have a community. That is what people are trying to bring back, a real community where, you know, like you said, it is single mom. Sometimes I'm a single mother myself. Sometimes I have a hard time finding strong male role models because every child needs that, girl or boy, somebody that they can say, that's a man right there. That's, you know, that's what I want to be when I grow up, or that's who I want to be with when I grow up, or that's what I aspire to do. It may not be the same thing, but they're like, dang, I see what Mr. Brooks did with his business and he turned it into this. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I couldn't be the next Mr. Brooks. So you never know who's watching. You never know who you're inspiring. You never know what seeds you are planting in that moment. So congratulations to everything that you do. Let everybody know where they can find you and where they can support you in social media, things like that.
Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Gmail. My Gmail is homerun Brooks, HOMERUN Brooks, BROOKS 32 at gmail.com. And yes, and I'm also always in the community. Festivals. I will be at the next. They're having this watch night in all the wards coming up this weekend. So I will be there. They have one in Ward 3 and Ward 4. They're actually in all the wards from like 6 to 8. So I'll be at the one for my ward, which is Ward 4. I told myself I'll try to make all of them at least stay for about 20 minutes for each one. But yeah, we definitely need that with everything that's going on in the city as well, with the murders and the robberies and just a lot of nonsense that's been going on.
The crime, the utter killings and everything. It's just going crazy right now.
This whole summer has been nonsense. I mean, and we're halfway through the summer. It's been like a murder every week or a robbery, and it just needs to stop. And like you said before, back when we were kids, you know, they had boys and girls clubs, they had mentor programs, because I was in them as a kid, and you know, those fell off. And I just feel like nowadays the community centers, it's not like how they used to be when we came up. So I just feel like now, like you said, it's more programs now than just your community center in your ward. And I feel like investing into programs, especially new and fresh programs with the excitement, I think that's where funding and awareness should go towards, not the old stuff. I've seen how a lot of funding went towards a lot of different things, like Summit Lake in Akron. They gave them $5 million, and they keep finding bodies in the dang lake. To me, it's like, I mean, rebuilding. I mean, they just found another body yesterday, and then they tore down, or they're rebuilding. I think Ed Davis. They gave $9 million. It's like, I don't know. I don't understand it, but I feel like investing into new and fresh things should be the way to go, especially that's showing results. I feel like investing into, because we're the future to these younger generations.
Right.
And we're the ones that's going to be around for the next 40, 50, 60 years. You know, so I feel like those funds should go towards programs and even transcending the culture, you know, what you guys are going to be around for the next 40, 50, 60 years. Okay. So, and then it's like, you know, it should go into new, you know, businesses. What I consider new is like anything that's 10 years or less. That's new to me. You know, that's new. So I look at, you know, that's where I feel like should go into, you know, the community. And that's what I'm pushing as well, too, as well.
Okay, you ladies good? Or you?
I thought they were thinking.
I'm good. I had to handle something right quick.
Yeah, I think on behalf
but
of
I'm
all
good.
of us, yeah, I think on behalf of all of us, man, I just want to say thank you for coming on. Thank you for always supporting us. Thank you for watching.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you for sending people to us, because that's what we need. Like, we need people to consistently come on and watch and like and comment and share and subscribe. And, share us to your fan base and to your followers and to your friends on Facebook. You know, from your Facebook page, you can always just search the podcast itself or the podcast network, and just go, you know, go up under the settings and invite your people, you know, to just to get an idea of what we have.
We absolutely appreciate you coming on.
Go ahead, Tiff.
I said we absolutely appreciate you coming on our show once again. And I'm not going to say hopefully, I know we will see you on season 3. And we will have a great update, and hopefully my son KJ was in my you know, so we're going to have a great update and updates after that and updates after that. So we really appreciate you, and make sure you tell your followers to follow us and like and subscribe and absolutely share.
Yes, I will.
Yes, sir. Any final words at all?
I got out everything.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, man. So we'll definitely do this again. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, man. You have a good evening. But yeah, we'll definitely do this again. Keep in touch with us. We'll keep in touch with you.
Sir, thank you guys. I appreciate you, ladies.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye. That was a good interview.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's always good to have him on, and he consistently supports, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So we trying to get up into these good hot topics, but Cousin Cat, I don't know what happened.
Oh, there she go.
Did you come back?
There she go. No.
All right, Cousin Cat, we trying to get into our hot topic.
I know. Let's see. My internet been on one today. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, when I tell you I'm so sick of this damn internet, I need to try to see if I can upgrade it and maybe get like a faster speed or something.
Yeah, so for all that don't know, I'm on the highest speed available at my place. I'm getting it upgraded next week, so hopefully going forward we won't have to deal with that. But I can't control where they build, and they don't like coming out the sticks. They don't like being out in the woods.
Towers.
Yeah,
we only got 3 towers out here, you guys. 3 towers, and they're spread it out from each other, so it's.
Right, and I stay in the woods. I have trees all around me, so I just have horrible reception. My internet be spotty, but whatever. Let's get through these hot topics before they decide to cut me off again.
Yes. Before we even get into the trending topics and all that stuff, I just want to mention and definitely send out condolences to the fans, the family, the friends of actress Erica Cash. A lot. Erica Ash. Erica Ash. Most people know her from Survivor's Remorse.
Mm-hmm.
She was on Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Black Lady Sketch Show.
She's been on a lot of stuff.
Wasn't she Kevin's wife?
Yeah, the ex-wife. The ex-wife.
Yeah, Erica Ash passed away. Nothing has been listed or mentioned as far as her cause of death.
Well, they did come out and say, they did just come out and say that.
Okay, I didn't catch
she was a private battle. She didn't let anybody know really what was going on, and she still was working into her battle. Like that's why it was very unexpected.
I mean, but that's the same thing with what was his name from Chadwick Boseman. He didn't tell a lot of people. And nobody knew. Like, remember the pictures came out and they was making fun of him, and
was making fun of him.
It turned out that that's what it was. But definitely condolences, to her fans, to her family, to her friends, and everybody affected. Any and everybody that was affected by her loss. And then also rapper Chino XL, which I saw this last night, and I hadn't had a chance to confirm it yet, so I hadn't posted anything. And then I saw the post going out this morning.
So, they confirmed it.
He passed away, and it's like people are dropping, man. People are dropping.
Chino, I always heard Chino. Man, listen.
Yeah.
I don't understand, the tragedy that happened in Summit Lake here in Akron with the young lady and her 2 children witnessed that murder, and they caught one guy. They caught one.
Did they?
Yeah, they caught one. They looking for another.
Okay, because I was deep on Facebook late that night, and for a lot of people that don't know, 2 women were, fighting supposedly over a man, over some kind of relationship. And then the people that were the aggressor that came to the lady's home, when after the police left, they sent family members back to unalive her in front of her children.
7-year-old.
And this happened down in Summit Lake. Her name was Paige. So, rest in peace to Paige. And our hearts go out to all of her family and friends. I hear her mother is in a coma. So, when she wakes up, she's going to have some hard news going on. Hello, Ronald Ledford. What's up? What's up? Thank you for coming in.
Hey, Ron. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for the constant support. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes. So we're going to get off of this tragedies because we got to get this bad juju off of us. So let's get in this.
But don't really hard. Like when I saw Erica Cash,
that was really bad, and a lot of people didn't know she was very close with. She was very close with Tisha Campbell.
Yeah.
She was very close with a lot of people.
Of people, because you see all the posts that have been flooding Instagram over the last 2 days.
The first post was from BET itself. Was from BET.
I mean,
You
but so
know,
many people have posted, and like she had really strong bonds and relationships with so many people in the industry. Like they've
yeah.
been talking about it for like 2 days now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. I recognized her from Survivor's Remorse, and my sister Katia did some work on Survivor's Remorse. She was
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, she you might see her in the background of some scenes, but
Yeah.
she was doing that. So she worked with her, and you know, it just as soon as I seen it, I sent it to you, James, and you was like, I'm just looking at that now.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I had to really go. I'm checking TMZ. I'm going like, let me make sure this is right
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Yep, it came
like
up
not
on
our
my
girl.
feed, on Instagram, the first thing, and I was like, huh? Because I
Yeah.
wasn't really a fan of Real Housewives, you know, I mean, Real Husbands of
Husbands
Hollywood,
of Hollywood.
but I definitely remember her on there, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. They just dropping, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just so young, so talented. You know, so our thoughts and prayers go to the family and fans
Absolutely.
and everyone of Erica Ash,
Absolutely.
Chino XL, and then the victim Paige in the tragic you know, unalive in Akron. So,
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
let's move forward with some tea. We got let's see, we got some peach tea to be correct. A little peach.
That was smooth how you said that. That was smooth how you did that.
So we have
Is she
Phaedra
getting her?
Parks.
Is she getting her peach?
Miss Phaedra Parks has been confirmed for season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She will be back.
And she posted a picture with a peach. So
I can't wait for my face. Phaedra has some of the legendary
I love
reads.
Phaedra. I love her country accent.
Man, she was so funny. What she said, "Oh girl, I knew that you needed some money for a medium pizza, so you went in there and did that in the cup so that you could have a baby." I said, "Oh." She gave it to Kenya, didn't she? So we have Phaedra back. Everybody is rejoicing. People are
Well, you know what?
loving. What you say, Tiff? You say you stopped watching?
I stopped watching it. I think season right after Nene left. I stopped watching it, and
yeah,
I did. And plus, I took my cable out. So
that's most of us. Most of us really don't have cable, and I catch up on it. Like I watch YouTube and it's shortened clips because I'm just not a person that really get into them hour-long reality shows anymore.
yeah.
So I just watch the clips. I look
not
at the
like
news. I look at the drama, the juicy, you know. But I don't really sit there. We busy. We don't really sit there and watch too much, you know, of the reality. But I am excited for her to come back. You know, she had the legendary reads. I am very sorry about Kenya not being here.
Yeah. I mean, but and I mean you can look at the Kenya situation in a lot of different ways. I mean, obviously she's not the first. She's not the first person to, you know, to obviously do something like this or whatever. But I just think it says something totally different as a woman to do something like that. And you know, obviously she knew better. But you know, they be trying to get back at each other, and I don't know if it's I don't know if it's that they think that the drama is what it is, and we just need to bring the drama. And I mean, but some stuff you just don't do. So I mean, you know, I think they made the right choice. I don't know 100% if she is just completely off the show. I know that for the longest they have been saying that she was suspended, but somebody said something over the last day or so that said
she's completely off
the show. So I mean, you know, things happen. You know, things happen. I mean, it's unfortunate, and maybe it's just my opinion, but I feel like this is really the only thing that she really had going for her. Like, I don't know how her salon is doing. And maybe the salon might be doing well, but you know, I think that they made the right decision, and obviously the door is never closed completely if they bring a Phaedra back. So I mean, maybe there's a chance that she may come back, and I know that you know, there's been word that Candy is kind of fighting for her to be able to come. So you know, I guess we just will see what happens. Oh, I'm like, am I on mute? No. Y'all on mute though.
Yeah, I'm on mute because the dog is roughing in the background.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I know she's having some internet issues. It's like one of us had internet issues every week. One of us do.
It's just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
but yeah, I heard
I'm
what
about
you
to
were
start
saying.
using my phone because it seems like when I'm on my phone, it's better.
Yeah, we just have to wait for it.
I don't have the blackout. I don't have the blackout background on my phone.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So,
Kat.
but what I wanted to say about the Kenya thing is, let's not forget Phaedra is coming back after she made those outrageous allegations of Candy in the dungeon,
right. And that's what
her,
I was saying too.
You know, so it's kind of a double standard of, you know, but Phaedra paid the price. She was off it for a long time.
Yeah,
so
she paid the price because she's been gone for a minute.
For a long time. So Kenya can't just expect it to just be, well, she back and y'all should let me back because it's fresh. It's fresh in everybody's mind. So she may have to sit out for a while. But you know, Candy says she's been fighting for her to come back. She's been talking to Andy. So maybe next season we'll get the Phaedra versus Kenya that we all know and love. And so we also have Phaedra coming off of the heels of being on Married to Medicine. Yeah. And if you guys don't know, they said that they brought on Apollo. They said they brought on Apollo, her ex-husband, and his new wife on there to confront her. And they said that is what got Phaedra. They said that's what got Phaedra running for the hills back to Real Housewives of Atlanta because she felt like that was just too much. Yeah. Yeah. So and then we have
they brought him on Married to Medicine.
Yeah, so they're bringing I guess someone she got into it with is bringing them to an event to confront her. Like, you know how these women are. They always trying to one up and do some catty stuff. So I guess but they got to tell production. So that means production was in on it. Like, you know, Apollo and the girl coming in, you know how they do. They gonna make everything a moment. So Phaedra said she felt like that was overstepping, and you know that there are reports that, and these are alleged reports, guys. So I didn't hear it from her mouth, but they're saying that that's what got her running back to Real Housewives, even though it's all on the same Bravo network and things. It seems like she's just souring over at Married to Medicine. We also have reports this week of Apollo Nida and his wife Shireen having a DV incident at their home. Police were called. There was Apollo getting arrested, and there's no word on if the charges are going to stick or what's going to happen. So we're going to have to see. But you know, Apollo's new wife has been chomping at the bit to get to Phaedra. She's been like obsessed with Phaedra since he was even in jail. She had married him in jail. So you know, ain't nobody really paying them no mind. So Faye, we here for you. We're excited. Can't wait. So next we have, speaking of redemption arcs and journeys and things like that, we now have Robert Downey Jr., which we all know and love as Iron Man. He is going to be replacing Jonathan Majors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So if you guys are into Marvel movies like me, Jonathan Majors was set up to be the new Kang the Conqueror. He was supposed to be the new villain of this arc, the new Thanos. But since his domestic violence situations and things, he has been taken away from that role. So now they have Robert Downey Jr. And I don't know how they're going to play that, because if you watch the movies, Iron Man died.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to reanimate his corpse and the corpse is going to be evil, or it's going to be some zombie Iron Man. I don't know what's going to happen, but they're saying he's going to replace him. And a lot of people have problems with that, because if you guys don't remember, back then, Robert Downey Jr. had his issues with substance abuse, domestic violence, cheating, getting caught doing XYZ. And, you know, so people are saying, is that fair to replace this man who made mistakes with somebody else that made mistakes?
Right.
So what do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I think that's a little shady. I hadn't really thought about that, and I did know about the issues that he had back in the past. And I hadn't really given it any thought, but now that you mention it, it does seem like there's some shade in there.
Tiff, do you watch any Marvel movies?
I don't care, because no, I was just about to say I don't care. I give two shits about it, because let me tell you what, KJ and Cameron be like, I want to go. Y'all go head up sleep all the time. I do. Now, Robert Downey, now I'll sit there because I love him, but I will fall asleep. I think I got narcolepsy or something. I don't know. But I kid you not. It could be like the most exciting thing. You laughing.
You ain't
Every
right,
time. I went to go see Lion King. I went to go see Lion King to play. I'm looking around like the little girl to play. The little girl in front of me turned and she was standing right in front of me. I said, turn your ass around.
Why do kids do that?
I don't know what's wrong. They stare.
Look at me.
Yeah, so the Marvel movies, I cannot do. It's like Batman. I think Batman and Superman would probably. Let me see.
Not even Marvel. That's DC. That's a whole different. They both
okay. Well,
but they're different. It's like Pepsi and Coke. It's like they both Coke, but it's two different universes. So there's Marvel, and that have Spider-Man and Iron Man.
So the Marvel is the Hulk, Iron Man. And
DC
a lot of them.
DC is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash. So
okay.
They're both very popular, but Marvel seems to be kind of taking over with the movies. It's a new Marvel movie almost every week. So James, what the heck you over there doing?
The one that's out now.
What movie is out now?
The one that's out now. They want to go see.
Dr. Doom. Did you see that comment?
No. Can you do the comments? My everything is shut down, so you're gonna have to check. You're gonna have to check. Take over for me with that.
I got you. I like doing the comments.
Dr. Doom. What?
Dr. Doom. Okay, so he said Dr. Doom.
Okay, so we got that to look forward to.
He's coming back as Dr. Doom, not Iron Man.
Okay.
I might have to check that one out.
That's what I was trying to. I just saw the report, so I didn't know. I didn't know who he was going to be playing, but it's so weird that he's going to be playing a different character. He's already been one of the biggest characters in the universe, but we just gonna have to see what they do. Right. I love Marvel movies. If people don't know, I go crazy for them. My favorite ones.
I don't like them all.
I don't like them all. Now, I'll tell you, I am not a big Captain America fan. Captain America is boring to me. I'll tell you.
There's only certain ones that I like. Like, what was the one with Storm and
X-Men?
Yeah. So like I don't keep up. I don't keep up with all of that. Don't judge me. I don't keep up with all of it. So like, I did like that though.
Mm-hmm. See, y'all way in the past with the movies y'all talking about, because X-Men is. I mean, X-Men is
Transformers movie.
What you won't do is judge me, because you can.
It's cool because you be knowing about stuff. I be like, I don't know what he's talking about. So I don't be hip. But I'm a big Marvel fan. My favorite franchise in the Marvel universe is Guardians of the Galaxy. I love me some.
What?
Bad. Zoe Saldana. Come on, man. She be kicking ass. She green. She was the one where Zoe Saldana.
I'm gonna have to watch it. See, I've never seen it. So
I'm gonna make y'all, we gonna have a cousins weekend, and I'm gonna make y'all watch some of the Marvels, because y'all missing out.
Let's have a Marvel day.
Oh,
and we
okay.
Not the
cousin. I'm gonna be like,
I'm telling you, Marvel, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and some of them are like, it's gonna be sweet, like she said, she always do. But some of them are more exciting than others, and some of them, what do you say? And that's how they are bringing the DC old character to Marvel. They bought the rights to Fantastic Four. Wow. Okay, because when you said Dr. Doom, in my head, I was thinking, I know that's DC, but I know that Marvel has been kind of snagging some stuff from DC, so I didn't know. So thank you for letting me know, because like I said, I'm a huge fan. I've seen every Marvel movie except I couldn't do the Captain America. I was falling asleep. Winter Soldier, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it, bro.
I took him to go see Spider-Man. with the black boy.
Which one?
Remember the black boy
Oh,
with Spider-Man?
Miles Morales. We love
So I took him
Miles
to go
Morales.
see that, and I fell asleep. Yeah,
Okay.
I fell asleep.
So a lot of them are just movies, and they're not always connected. So you don't have to watch like people be feeling like they got to watch every single one to see the next one. You can pick and choose, and Spider-Man have its own, this own storyline, and the Avengers is the whole kind of universe.
Now, Spider-Man, is that DC or is that Marvel?
That's Marvel.
Okay, I like Spider-Man.
But we have,
But
right now we have the real life Spider-Man. Tom. What is his name? That goes with Zendaya.
Yeah.
He's the real life Spider-Man. But then we have we have a cartoon Spider. Yeah, we have the cartoon Spider-Man too, which is the Black Spider-Man, which is Miles Morales. So there's a lot. Like I can talk about it for days because I'm a Marvel person, and the crazy thing is I only got into it like 3 years ago. I was at a party, and I'm supposed to be partying and kicking, and I'm over here in the corner like, what's this movie? Hold on, this movie getting kind of good. So shout out to all the Marvel.
You was off.
I was with my cup like, damn, hold on, this getting deep. Let me see. So I went crazy after that and watched all of them, and I then went really into my little geek form. So I do have another page, Catty Cakes 56, that I do my gaming and my geeking out. So if you guys want to follow that page, Catty Cakes, baby.
I can't with you.
What you say?
I said, what is Patty Cakes on?
Oh, that's on TikTok. So I do like a lot of Mario Kart gaming and stuff like that. So I'm trying to build that page up because I have a lot. Kat got a lot of sides. I got a lot of sides to her. Okay, so I'll be having a couple things going. But yeah, so that was interesting about Robert Downey Jr. and Jonathan Majors. We have Jonathan Majors' girlfriend, actress Megan Good, coming off the heels of the Divorce in Black movie. And a lot of people are slamming her, saying she's better than this movie. They're used to seeing her in things that are better than this.
They just need to stop.
They need to shush, because for real, y'all need to shut it.
Hey, wait a minute. Now we can talk about it because I watched the movie, and baby, at the beginning, y'all had me rolling. She said, "Get your brother,
take him out."
Like, mama, take him. I hollered,
him out. Mom was looking like,
she took them clothes off, and they thought she was trying to fight the pastor's wife. No, honey, she took I don't need no rag.
I thought she was stripping down at the church. I didn't know what was going on. The movie was good. It had a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah,
and stuff like that is not
fight.
But everything is not everybody's cup of tea. So people are saying we're used to seeing her in bigger things, and she's dating Jonathan Majors, who have been in all these amazing movies. So James, what you got to say?
I just think that people are far too overcritical, and I think that we are our own worst enemy. Like, stop. Like, just stop. Like, I mean, that's not saying that Tyler Perry is perfect, but like, stop. Like,
yeah, it's just getting ridiculous. But the crazy thing is, on the opposite side of things, Corey Hardwick has been getting praises from everybody for his performance. They saying that they now hate him more than Mr. from Color
I just feel like we support the stupidest shit on Tubi, and then we complaining about this damn movie. Like stop. Like that's all right. That's
they be wanting to watch my plug got shot, but y'all don't want to watch a movie. Like, it's just like, come on, man. How many my plug movies can we watch? Can we watch something else? And I think it was a really good movie because a lot of people are not really making movies about divorces and domestic violence in the Black community. A lot of times people aren't even talking about marriage anymore in the Black community. So it's just kind of crazy. Like, we find
they're not. You ain't going to nobody's wedding.
I mean, the only thing I can really say is just that everything is not for everybody. And if you don't like it, then don't watch it. Like, if you don't like it, don't watch it. but like, don't just drag the man. Like, I love Lonnie Love, but why would you drag him why would you drag him like that? Like, as connected as you are, and I'm quite sure that you can pick up the phone and call him. So like, why wouldn't you talk to him? And if you feel like this is what he needs to do, then why wouldn't you just call him and give him that advice? Or like, why drag him? Like, well, maybe if you did this, then maybe your movies will be more award worthy. And like, what? Like, why? Like, why we got to drag each other?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I don't get it. If you don't like it, then just don't watch it. But
and if, as a professional standpoint too, now you will never be in anything Tyler Perry related. He's in more things than Tyler Perry production.
Probably will, because I don't see him as that kind. I just don't see him as that person that's just gonna.
If it was me, I would cross her name, Lonnie Love, off the list. Okay?
I don't see him. I could be wrong, but I don't see him as being. I don't see him as being that person. But I could be wrong.
They say he's very forgiving.
He would do that if he did. But it just sucks. Like, we all trying to come up. Like, it just sucks. Exactly. Because like, you complaining to him about his movies, but you done been in some crazy shit. Like,
your first movie was Soul Plane.
You was in Soul Plane. And I mean, for real?
Like, that was your big break.
So I mean, listen. I just think the way people have gone about it is wrong. I think that he did a really good interview with Keke Palmer. Do you watch her podcast?
I just started watching her podcast, so
she has an episode with Tyler Perry. And,
okay, I'm gonna have to watch it. I was watching hers, and one of the rap girls was on there.
Yeah, I think he makes some really good points. It was a really good interview, so you should check that out. But
I'll check it out. I love my girl.
Personally, I like the movie. Hey, call it what you want, say what you will, but I did like the movie.
Me too.
I thought he did pretty good.
But it's just so crazy because
obviously his fan base thinks that he did really good too. Because I mean, this shit is doing very well.
It's doing well, but what I want to say, the breakout star of the movie is Corey Hardwick, which we know as Tia Mowry's ex-husband.
I'm gonna need the viewers to not judge me for turning this whole big 2-liter bottle of Coke Zero up.
Listen, I'm over here. I'm drinking 2 drinks. I
didn't even know what that was. I'm like, what?
It's a whole 2-liter bottle of cherry Coke Zero, sugar free. Just don't.
My favorite.
Sugar free. Okay.
You know I love me some Coke Zero.
Good too. That looks so good. Oh,
that's that good stuff.
Look how good. Wow.
Yum. I love Coke Zero. People be making fun of me. That's Coke good.
Zero. See, I got out of pop. I don't even drink pop like that no more.
That's cherry Coke Zero. I really don't either.
That's what I said. The cherry Coke Zero is very good. I usually take that on my nights out. That's what I be having to mix in my little drinks because it's really good.
I really don't drink pop either, but I've been craving some Coke Zero.
Yeah, I'm trying to get off pop. I've been doing my Snapple zero sugar tea. That's been my new thing because I'm trying to stay off pop. But you know, we got to stay hydrated, family. We got some stuff to do. We need to be looking good. So yeah, but it was just so crazy that Corey Hardwick was the breakout star of the movie, and he now says that he is getting recognized everywhere, and he's been getting movie roles and all type of things offered to him. So shout out to Corey Hardwick. I know that people was a little iffy on him after him and Tia Mowry's divorce from Tia Tamera. So, you know, it was he played the hell out of that role. They said that they put him up there with Lawrence Fishburne when he was Ike Turner. What's the dude that cheated on Jill Scott on the Tyler Perry movie? Him and Mr. from The Color Purple. They said he's now up there on the Mount Rushmore of Black villains that we all love to hate.
I'm still mad about him cheating on Jill Scott. But go ahead.
I didn't forgave him because he on my show, The Rookie now. He the captain on The Rookie. So I'm like, okay, I forgive you now. You know, I forgive you, Mike. But yeah, he done got bopped over the head and everything. He paid for his crimes against Jill Scott, so he good. So let's talk about some more positive things right now. We got our Madam Vice President, Miss Kamala Harris. coming through with the endorsements. We got Meg Thee Stallion endorsing
She
her.
said, "Say it to my face." She said, "Say it to my face."
Say it to my face. And
hey, they gonna Trump for real.
She been getting on Trump's butt. And she has a new saying. She has a new answer to his call of "Make America Great Again." Now she's saying, "We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back to the Make America Great Again." When was America great? When we were slaves? When Black people couldn't do anything? Like, what are y'all talking about? Making it great? We're not going back. Period. So shout out to the vice president. She has raised so many millions of dollars. She has had so many conferences. So now this is what people were doing, which I was not even aware of, guys. They are having these conference calls that are open to the public. Anybody can join. And when you're on there, they're giving information about Kamala, and you can donate. And so with these conference calls, they had one that was white women for Kamala, white men for Kamala, and Black men for Kamala. These calls raised millions of dollars, and they got a lot of people signed up, registered to vote. So this is going to be a tight race, you guys. So what do y'all think about her getting the Meg Thee Stallion endorsement and her official Obama endorsement?
I think it's great. I think it's great, and I'm just looking forward to see.
Oh man!
But I mean, she's done amazing over this last week or two. Like she's done really amazing. I mean, look at all the money she raised in just one day. Record-breaking amount of money. She has been, and if anybody's paying attention to the polls
now,
if anybody's paying attention to the polls, she is polling higher than Joe Biden was this year, and she is neck and neck, and in a lot of states, she is ahead of Trump. So all the people that are saying don't vote for her, whatever, please, can we stop that? Can we come together? I know that you may not agree. And the thing is with these politicians, you're not going to ever agree with everything they're doing.
Absolutely.
But there's a difference between pure evil and, somebody that's taking away women's rights, somebody that wants to give police full immunity. And we see what the police are doing now. Federal immunity. That means that the police could walk in your house, shoot you, and it ain't nothing nobody could do about it. Nothing.
Yeah. So, don't call the police.
Yeah, so I don't know what would even happen if Trump was to be in office. I don't know what kind of martial law that we're going to be under. We seen what happened when they stormed the Capitol and how they was just running amok. And I feel like if he wins, that's what's going to happen. I feel like they, the palm colored people might be out running, might be harassing us and doing what they was doing up in that White House. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm sorry, the State House. But yeah, it's crazy with the Trump stuff. But shout out to Kamala. We are all rooting for you. We behind you. And one thing that I'm excited about is, so y'all know who Maya Rudolph is, right? The comedian. She was Minnie Riperton's daughter, but she's the comedian on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. They said somewhere in America, Maya Rudolph is getting her silk press together because y'all know she's gonna be playing Kamala. Y'all know she's gonna be coming. She's gonna come through with the skits as Kamala, and I cannot wait.
She's already done one at least.
She did, yes, she does. She did, but now that's the front runner, that's gonna be the number one. Like, I already know. You know how they was doing last time with the elections. They was cutting up. So I'm excited. I have a soft spot for Maya Rudolph, so I'm excited for that. So
yeah, I like her.
Shout out to the president. So we have the Olympics, guys. Have y'all been watching the Olympics?
I saw like a little piece of it today.
Yeah, so I watched the men's gymnastics yesterday. And then I didn't get to watch the women's, but I watched the men's gymnastics. I watched the basketball. I watched the volleyball, the women's volleyball. We kicked their ass. And also, you guys, KJ was like, Nene, Ma, they got a skateboard. And I'm like, boy, shut up. True story.
What?
Skateboarding was on there. So I watched the
Oh, I'm not even hip. I'm not even hip to that. I'm gonna have to go look.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Wow.
I watched a little bit of that. They have the what do you call those bikes? The mountain bikes. I watched a little bit of that.
Did you see what happened? Did y'all guys see what happened with the bikes? It was raining and they had so many people fall and slide. It was crazy. Oh my goodness! Shout out to the cyclists.
Let that go on. Jeez.
Yeah,
I don't know why they even let that go on.
Paris is having a lot of rain and it's really putting a damper on a lot of the sports. Like a lot of swimming has been pushed back. A lot of the outside events, they just have to deal with it because these events are packed so tight in this Olympic time. They can't change it. They can't, it's hard to push stuff back. So it's just
what's
crazy.
The rowboat? The rowboat, they had to push that back.
Rowing. Yeah, because with all the rains that's going on, there has been issues of sewage in the rivers that they are supposed to be getting in that could make people really sick. So they're testing it and parasites and things are coming up. So it's not safe. So there are some things that have been pushed back, but a lot of stuff had to continue. My dad was over here. He brought his own TV from home and set up in my living room and in my dining room and watched the whole Olympics the whole weekend. Like he left the TV on and it was just Olympics. So it was nice because I usually catch it every now and then, but I really got to sit down and watch a lot of the events. Like we watched the basketball games together. Oh my God, LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant was on one. Kevin Durant was, putting them up. I was like, dang, KD, why you ain't doing this during the seasons? What's going on now? But
I'm telling you, their tissue endorsement is about to go up.
So it's just listen. Ooh wee. We got Miss Simone Biles bringing home the gold as usual, and she's coming off an injury. So if you guys didn't notice, she had her leg wrapped up.
Yeah, she did good.
But she did the dang thing. She did not care. And they said Simone Biles is officially one of the highest,
most decorated.
Most decorated gymnasts in America, or I think gymnast period. And then she is officially one of the highest jumpers ever to live in the world. Because she is jumping at a height that's higher than people that's doing pole vault and high jumps and all kind of stuff. She's just launching herself into the air and they don't even know how she's doing it. She just crazy. Yeah. And let me tell you about my daughter. She's seen that stuff. She ain't stopped flipping and dipping around the house since then. I'm telling you. And she ended up doing the actual front flip. Me and my dad was like, whoa, Kayla. She watched them a couple times. She said, that's how you do it. All right. Boop. Dang, well, I know what classes we gonna be in next.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her in gymnastics. Her sister does gymnastics and she has been doing it for years. So I'm gonna try to see if we can get Kayla into some kind of classes or something. But shout out to Simone Biles. And then I did watch the men's gymnastics. And the funniest thing was they had one male that was supposed to be the front runner for gold, and he only does one thing, the pommel horse. So they had a countdown for him to do the pommel horse because this man was having the time of his life, and he had some glasses. He looked real nerdy. He had to take his glasses off. He got up on that beam. He was twirling I ain't never seen. He looked like he was a baton or something, and somebody twirled like I've never seen nothing like that in my life. He stuck his landing and he brought home the gold. So just shout out to Team USA. You guys are doing the damn thing. Shout out to all our Olympians. And this year it has been record numbers of people watching the Olympics. Like I'm just so proud. I have never
even the young kids,
and especially they're putting it on social media. You can stream it a lot of different places. I'm always proud to be American around this time. We in my house talking about USA. We talk about freedom. Let freedom ring. We over here just overdoing it because the USA teams we out here killing it, dominating as usual. So you guys keep watch. A lot more Olympic games to come.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So that's gonna be it for me for today.
All right, sunshine. No, I think this was really, really dope. We had an amazing show today. I want to give shouts out to Armani Mills again, and also Donny Brooks.
Yes.
Yes.
I
What you
like
ladies
that.
got going for the rest of the night?
So as James know, I cooked me some spaghetti at dang near what time was that, James? Early in the morning. I ain't want no breakfast. I cooked me a big old pot spaghetti, so I'm about to go dip in that pot right now.
Okay. I never made it to the store, so maybe tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Tiff, what you got going?
Nothing. I guess a good bed. I'm mentally drained, y'all.
Same.
I'm mentally.
Same,
I think.
y'all.
Listen. I think it's about time for me to talk to our other half of the family, the Taylors, the Taylor, our other cousins.
What about it? What about the Taylor? What about them? You miss them?
I miss them.
Listen, they didn't come to the reunion. I was upset about that. You know, I know it was the baby's birthday.
That's not like Devon, Jatoya, Javette.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, I'm lost. What?
Yeah, them is my first cousins, the Taylors, Jovan, Javette, and Jatoya. And they have, you know, they didn't spread, you know, they got the kids, the grandkids. So I definitely do miss a lot of them. So shout out to the Taylor family. We missed y'all at the family reunion, but you know, we got to get back together. Hopefully our family, I think somebody said Lolita said something about we was going to try to get together at the end of the summer or do something else. And she does the little line dance classes on Friday. I'm gonna go to one because you know me, I like to step in the name of love.
Now I got a lot of time on my hands. I can do anything I want to now.
Oh, we girl. So it's been one of them weeks for us. Transcenders.
Well, wait a minute.
I want to.
They got line dance on Tuesdays too over at Tyrona's up on Chapel Hill, right where I had at the street. Yeah, so she does on Tuesdays at I think 5, 6 o'clock, somewhere like that, and it's really really nice. I'm familiar with the dance group, so she has that on Friday, and it's karaoke on Wednesdays at I think Sweet Beats.
Oh,
so it's a lot of things going through.
It's a lot of things going.
It's a lot of things at Sweet Beats, so you can bring that up on Facebook to see what he got going on. Their food is excellent, as you guys know. Yeah. But we need to just get in touch with our cousins because like we did miss them for picnic, and I got to get the baby girl some her first birthday. Don't tell me what her name is, honey, because you know all these
girl
cook and I don't know. So
that's why I said I know my cousins and I know some of the grands, not the great grands. I can't really get into that, but but what I wanted to say is, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I have been having a stressful week. I have been dealing with some things mentally, and I just want to say that anytime you feel yourself slipping into old patterns and people getting you out of your hookup, don't do it. Don't do it. We are not going back. What Kamala say? We're not going back. And, you know, I have my times where I could be, you know, self-destructive and do stuff that I said I wasn't going to do or be a person I wasn't going to be. But I'm human. I'm learning. I'm growing through it. And, you know, I'm trying to do better going forward. So y'all send me some positivity and some love.
Absolutely.
You know, and give each other grace. Like I said, we're human. We may not always have the best reactions to things, but you know, all you can do is work on being better and learning from it. So
that part.
That's it. That's all for Kat.
All right, y'all. Well, listen. Love, peace, and blessings to y'all.
Love, peace, and Afro grease.
We chat all day, every day. So we'll be talking. We appreciate you guys for watching us, for getting in the comments, for talking back and forth with us, and talking to our guests. We will more than likely we'll announce next week's guest over the next day or so. A lot of things coming up. As many know, I launched the Black Print this past Sunday, and we're doing a part 2 to the interview with Michael Finkley, because
Really?
I had to get off of the. I had to shut the live down early because Elijah had an incident going on. Had to leave.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We shut down. We only did like maybe a half an hour, so we're gonna come back.
Yeah, I saw y'all got off early. I didn't see what happened. I had stepped away for a second, and it was on something else. I said, "What happened?"
Yeah, so we'll be back. We're gonna do a part 2 this coming Sunday. So that'll be Sunday at 8:00. Of course, Open Letters to a Survivor is on at 7. We have quite a few new platforms that are going to be launching, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Definitely a whole
so
lot.
are you on Open Letters?
Say that again, Tiff.
Are you on Open Letters with the ladies?
It was just that one day.
Oh, okay.
It was just that one
I
day.
was gonna say that's great.
So yeah, so that's what's going on. But definitely check out for those. Some new things coming up, so just keep a lookout. Anything from you ladies before we close out?
Nope. Just follow me at Cat Kwueen on all platforms, and follow the people I shouted out for the Border Light. You could follow the Border Light Festival at Border Light Clee on Instagram, and then Lucretia loves Ariel. And then Makara Danielle, they performed the aerial dance, and they do some different performances and classes if you guys want to get involved.
All right. I am at I am James Grant. Make sure that you guys are following us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on or X. We are on TikTok. I may do a Snapchat. I've been thinking, so I may put a Snapchat together, but and get some other platforms going as well. But of course, I have the channels. I have a few channels that are on I Am James Grant, and they are also on Authentically James. So you can pull either of those two up on Instagram, and you can follow the channels. Lots of information going out there. I also have. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I want to put out there. Right? But we're definitely in a number of spaces. I'm actually getting the text group put together where then we'll be able to send some stuff out by text message. So it's a whole lot of stuff going on. Just continue to check out for us. We are growing. We are progressing. Most importantly, we are growing. So a lot of stuff happening here, and we appreciate you guys, and we're going to keep bringing it to you. So next up this coming Sunday is Open Letters to a Survivor. That is at 7 p.m. So feel free to join in and watch. It's definitely a very good show. You can also follow them on Facebook, or you can follow them on Facebook. They do have a group on Facebook called Open Letters to a Survivor podcast group. You can join that. They just launched it, and they just hit 100 followers today.
Oh yeah, so, I saw that. Congrats, ladies.
They are doing very, very good. Yeah, a whole lot going on.
You guys.
It's a lot happening. It's a lot of work, but it's definitely paying off. So keep following us, and that's it. Anything else? Did you shout your social media too?
No. You can follow me. I'm back doing my reels now on IG. You can follow me, Tiffany Milliron 7, IG and TikTok. Just Tiffany Milliron on Facebook, and that's be all.
All right, ladies. I love y'all. It was hot in this second. I can't breathe right. It's so hot in this sucker, and it's like you don't want to have the fan going because it interferes with everything. So it's like,
well, I got mine going. I don't even know if you hear it because I got mine going.
No, we don't. We don't. With your
no.
piano.
Leave my piano alone. I'm about to go back here and play it in a second.
Somebody asked me, they said Tiff's house nice.
That's right, cuz
that note, y'all, we gonna see y'all next Tuesday. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Nice.
Huh?
I said my house is nice. I'm about to go back here and play.
We love y'all.